Hi, I'm Chef Anita, owner of Soiree Steak and Oyster House here in Kansas City, Missouri. Today I'm going to make for you one of my family's favorite recipes, a quick, easy dinner, one-pot jambalaya. Let's get to it. The first thing to get this recipe going is we're going to start with what us Southerns know as the Holy Trinity, which consists of onions, peppers, and some celery. So for this recipe, I do like to have my onion cut a little bit smaller onto the red pepper. Another smaller cut. You can leave them big if that's what you like, but I like my veggies to be a little bit smaller. And now we're going to move over to the last part of the Trinity, celery. And I think in this dish you still want to have a little crunch to your veggie. So with this recipe I do like a little heat, so we're going to take it up a notch. I have serrano pepper here, and then I also have jalapeno pepper. My tip for this is when you cut these, don't touch your face afterwards. So in removing the seeds, you can control the level of heat in your dish. Some ripe tomatoes from the vine that I'm gonna quarter. If you have at home stewed tomatoes in a can, those work perfectly fine. The last thing I'm gonna chop up is our garlic. I like to smash it first. That's just gonna release the aroma and just give it a fine chop. Now that we have all of our produce ready to go, we're gonna head on over to the stove and start cooking. Turn the heat on for you guys and add some olive oil. We have our celery that's gonna go in. We have our red pepper and we have our onions. So once this starts to cook down all your veggies, I'm gonna add some garlic, tomatoes, but again, whatever you have in your pantry, any canned good tomatoes will work perfectly fine. So now we're gonna kick it up a notch, and I'm gonna add those serrano peppers and the jalapeno peppers that we cut up earlier. If you don't like it spicy, you can omit the jalapenos and the serranos, but you don't want to miss out on the heat of this dish. So the benefit of having natural gas with a dish like the one-pot jambalaya is because you're able to control the temperature. If you need to step away because you may have forgot an ingredient, you can turn it on, turn it off. We're going to take our first protein, which is going to be the chicken, and throw it in the pot. And we're going to get that cooking until it's no longer pink. Andouille sausage. If you don't have andouille sausage, you can use any type of sausage that you have. We're gonna add our tomato sauce, some of our chicken broth, a little basil, a little oregano, my own house Cajun seasoning blend that I use, but you can use whatever you have. I have some leftover rice that I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna let this simmer. And I have about a pound of shrimp here that's been peeled and deveined. And I'm gonna season it up. Pan's nice and hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the shrimp to it. To cook the shrimp, I would say about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until it's no longer pink. We're gonna add that sauteed shrimp. We're gonna give it a stir. Okay, we have everything in the pot for this one-pot jambalaya. We're gonna put the lid on it, adjust the heat so it can simmer for about 15 minutes, and then we'll be ready to eat. Wish you guys could smell this. I'm Chef Anita with Soiree Steak and Oyster House here in Kansas City, Missouri, and this is my one-pot jambalaya. Bon appetit!